The moment I crossed this gate, everything changed. No cities, no roads, no rules. Just raw wilderness where humans are visitors and nature is in charge. Welcome to Masai Mara Into the Wild. Right where episode 1 ended, this is where my Masai Mara journey truly began, at the gates of one of the most famous wildlife reserves in the world. Masai Mara National Reserve is located in southwest Kenya and spreads across nearly 1500 square kilometers of open savanna, rivers, and acacia trees. This place is legendary because it offers wildlife exactly as it exists in nature. No enclosures, no feeding zones, no guarantees, and no cages. Masai Mara is globally famous for the Great Migration, one of the largest animal movements on Earth. Every year, around 1.5 to 2 million wildebeest, along with zebras and gazelles, migrate from Tanzania's Serengeti into Masai Mara in search for fresh grass. And where prey goes, predators follow, which is why this region has some of the highest concentrations of lions in Africa. This is also why Masai Mara is known as the land of the Big Five: lion, leopard, elephant, buffalo, and rhino. The park entry fee is approximately $100 per person per day, which comes to around Rs 9,000 depending on the season. And here's a quick tip: Masai Mara is not about ticking off animals, it's about patience, because every sightseeing here is completely natural. Once inside the reserve, I began the drive toward my stay Ashneel Mara camp. And honestly, this drive itself felt like a game drive. Giraffes appeared between trees and vast grasslands stretched endlessly in every direction. The roads were dusty and uneven, which is why a 4x4 safari vehicle is absolutely essential here. This wasn't a smooth road trip, but that's exactly how Masai Mara is meant to be experienced. Alright, so I have finally checked into this amazing property. It's called as Ashneel Safari Lodge, और ये मसाई मारा के अंदर है. I stayed at Ashneel Mara Camp, a luxury tented camp located right inside the reserve close to the Mara River. These weren't regular tents, they were permanent luxury safari tents with proper beds, attached bathrooms with hot water, wooden flooring, private sit-out areas overlooking nature. So staying here felt like living in the wild without having to give up comfort. The cost of staying here ranges between $350 to $500 per night, which is roughly around Rs 29,000 to 42,000 rupees. Most stays include meals and sometimes even game drives. Always double check inclusions before booking. Here's a quick tip: always try to stay inside the reserve and not outside. You save hours of travel time and increase your chances of wildlife sightings. After checking in, I spent some time just sitting in the common area, sipping coffee and looking at the open plains. No phone notifications, no city sounds, just nature. I had a quick lunch, and later that afternoon I headed out to experience something deeply cultural, meeting the Maasai tribe. Meeting the Maasai felt like stepping into a world that has survived unchanged for centuries. They showed me their traditional homes called manyatas. These are small circular huts made using mud, stick, grass and cow dung. They may look simple, but they are designed for survival. So they have low entrances to keep predators out, thick walls for insulation and layouts that protect families and livestock. I learned that the Maasai are traditionally a warrior community. Young men, who are known as Morans, were trained to protect their people and the cattle. While lion hunting was once a test of bravery, today the Maasai focus on coexisting with wildlife, working closely with conservation programs. Cattle are central to Maasai life and they protect them by building strong thorn fences around villages and guarding them collectively without harming predators. It's a powerful example of living alongside nature instead of fighting it. Their rituals and dances are equally fascinating. So the famous jumping dance called as Adumu isn't just for show. It represents strength, stamina and status within the community. I also learned why they wear red. Red symbolizes bravery, unity and strength, but it also has a practical purpose. Red is believed to scare predators like lions and is highly visible across open grasslands, helping the Maasai warriors spot one another easily. A Maasai village visit typically costs around $20 to $30 per person, which is roughly around rupees 1700 to 2500 that you pay the leader of the tribe who will take you around their homes and show you around. In the evening, I headed out for my first game drive at Delago Tours, who organized my entire Masai Mara safari experience. Within minutes, I saw lions, not far away, not through binoculars, but just meters from the vehicle. Lions resting, playing, and one powerful male keeping watch. I also spotted elephants, giraffes, zebras, and antelopes all moving freely across the land. The guide explained us animal behavior, pride dynamics, and how sightings change depending on time and weather.
It's like music.
Yeah, if she suddenly decides to run.
But you know,
Alright, so we're back at Ashneel Lodge after that game drive and I still cannot believe it. मैं अभी भी process करने की कोशिश कर रही हूँ. Everything that we got to see on day one of the game drive. Usually, मतलब Masai Mara में spotting is not that difficult, but you still have to be quite lucky to see what we saw. 5 से 6 lions, all male lions in one area, so close. They were literally like 10 meters away from us. It was just amazing. And after that rugged, rustic, amazing drive, it was time to just come back here and relax and just be. And Ashneel is the perfect place for that because this actually boasts of luxury, this place. So ab hum aaye hai, they have lit up a little bonfire here and just got ourselves a little bit of coffee. So once gonna be enjoying that. Morning. It's 6:30 a.m. and it's game drive time. Let's go. The next morning started before sunrise, the best time for wildlife activity. This full day game drive helped me understand how Masai Mara truly functions as an ecosystem. I learned how predator territories work. Lion prides control specific regions and usually they stay close to water sources and prey routes. We followed parts of the Great Migration Path, which are actually active between July and October, while I visited in January, which is outside migration season. This time also turned out to be incredible. Also, we had a packed lunch from Ashneel, so our driver, who was given to us by Delago Tours along with the vehicle, helped us do an amazing setup right inside the Masai Mara National Park, where we set up our table, our chair, our food, and just enjoyed a lunch right in the jungle. Right, so we are at a part inside Masai Mara and we have gotten off because this is the entry to the Serengeti Park, which is in Tanzania. So the borders are so close, you can't enter Tanzania officially from here, but this is where it starts. I'll show you a board. Let's go.
side in Tanzania. Stand on that side, it's Masai Mara.
This side, I'm in Tanzania, and here, I'm
Masai
in
Mara.
Masai Mara.
Yeah.
As you can see, हम जीप से उतर गए हैं और मैं चल रही हूँ barefoot in the Masai Mara jungle, which is an experience in itself. So basically, I am near the Masai Mara river, or when you reach the Masai Mara river, you have to get off and you have to walk on feet, which is very intimidating because you are on a jungle land. It's a jungle. You're in the center of the jungle. हमला कभी भी कहीं से भी हो सकता है. But the good thing is कि नहीं होगा वैसा, क्योंकि एक जो forest ranger है, one forest ranger is given per car. So I have somebody with me who walks with you all the time and takes you around. He has a gun and all of that. So that way it's pretty okay. But yeah, there are like a lot of hippopotamus in the water in the river that's next to me. A lot of crocodiles in the river next to me. Pretty crazy. To actually get off the jeep and then walk by yourself in the Masai Mara National Park is something else. It's just something else. It just grounds you so much. Alright, so we're back at Ashneel and what an eventful day it was. सुबह इतने जल्दी उठने का फ़ायदा यही होता है कि the movement, the kind of animals you see is very different early in the morning. And it was an amazing day. I'm sure you guys have already seen all the shots. क्या क्या animals हमने एक दिन में spot किए. कल आते ही we saw lions, so many of them and so close to us, even without having to like search for hours. And today we saw every single animal that you can possibly find in the Masai Mara National Park. So it's been a very eventful day, but also a very tiring one because we woke up really early. So अभी मैं अश्नील में आ गई हूँ वापस. And having something to come back to like Ashneel, which is so luxurious in the center of a jungle in such a raw experience, is so nice because when you come back tired, you want to come back into a place which is completely luxurious and spoils you a little bit. So that's that. अभी मैं खाना खाने वाली हूँ. I've just ordered for some lunch. So that's that, and then we'll see how the day goes.
After a long day, I returned to Ashneel for a relaxing spa massage, followed by a bonfire evening as temperatures dropped. Sitting by the fire under a star-filled sky enjoying dinner, Masai Mara felt less like a destination and more like a memory being created. Well, this was my Masai Mara experience, wild, humbling and unforgettable. If you liked this video, please don't forget to like it, share it with your friends and leave me a comment. But the Africa journey doesn't end here. In the next episode, I'll be crossing international borders in Africa by road and I'll show you how exactly you can also do it. Visa, document, permits and everything you need to know. So stay tuned because Africa is only getting more exciting and wild from here. See you in the next one.